Hey, what is up, everybody? My name is Zelkenon, and this is another Smite super builds. For a second there, I almost got what I was recording. So right away you may think, hey, Zelk, this looks pretty cheap. This looks very similar to the raw build you did the other day. Well, it is fairly similar, except I switched one item out. But I kind of use this build for like this variety of build for most of my mages. Um, but also, I'm going to include some tactics with Hebo that help increase your damage. Um, and yeah, this is for arena mainly, joust also, maybe some match of the days. Assault varies pretty much, and conquest. Yeah, you can probably still use this build for conquest as well, except you would buy them in probably different order maybe. But we'll discuss that here soon. So right away, just go over the items real quickly. Hebo has no escape whatsoever except his 2, which only increases his speed and his ally's speed and decreases the enemy's speed. But that's the only thing you really. Yeah. So active wise, I would heavily invest in Aegis, either Aegis Pendant or Aegis Amulet, I believe is the other one. That way you can take no damage and be immune to CC, or just take no damage and try to run off. Also, purification beads, you may need that since you have, obviously no CC reduction or immune to CC. This helps you out quite a bit. So I would invest in some escape actives. Maybe also combat blink would be a nice active for Hebo since, like I said, no escapes. So items. I go ahead and buy Shoes of Magi for penetration. I get cooldown later down the road with Chronos Pendant, but I like to match up the Shoes of Magi with the Focus Void Stone for obvious reasons, the power penetration protection. Like I said in my raw video, if you're fighting more physicals, I'll go ahead and get Breastplate of Valor, which you can find that under you can either hit just cooldown reduction, it'll be right here. It's a fairly cheap item. Gives you high physical protection, high mana, and this same 25% CDR versus the Chronos, which is more power oriented. But I like to get this, if I'm not fighting a lot of physicals. Next up, I get Polynomicon. I like it with Hebo. For some strange reason, I'm kind of addicted to it. But you can easily change this out to another item since we have the 25% CDR and her abilities don't have that much cooldown on them. The only reason why I like to get this is because your basic attacks reach longer than your 1. Because a lot of you guys may be thinking, well, your 1 has a very low cooldown. Let alone 25% CDR, it lowers our 1 to 2.2 seconds, which adds really fast water cannon. As you see right there, it's pretty nice with just 25%. But I like the basic attacks with the Polynomicon because it's the furthest reaching thing we have besides R3, which that has obviously a bit longer cooldown with 7.5. So Polynomicon is not bad for Hebo. For the aspect of the range, in case your 3 is, obviously not up, or you can't reach them with your ultimate. So I love to get that item. Next, I follow with Rod Tahuti. I like to get this as my 5th item in arena because there's a lot of times where you won't be able to buy your 6th item due to the matches. It's fairly short. But if you are fed, then you can probably hold this off till 6th. But I like to get a 5th just to have it over and done with. That way I can actually use the Ride Tahuti. And then that's my final item. I love Bancroft's Talon on Hebo. For other obvious reasons, like of course, the power and high lifesteal. But the passive really works well with Hebo, since he's more of a I like to say a frontline mage. With this one, it kind of requires you to be up close, and then getting with your ulti, it kind of requires to be close, right? So it's more of an up close mage, and you also have no escape, so you're gonna be taking quite a bit of damage. And the way you use your ulti is mainly to finish off people. And about the time you're trying to finish off somebody, your health is already going to be pretty low. So this is going to help you deliver more damage with your ultimate. That's pretty much the items as far as that. And of course, you know, if you can buy the potions, buy magical might and elixir of power. So with all these items itself, we have 563 magical power, which isn't too much, but it quickly goes up with our passive. Our passive is each time Hebo uses an ability, he gains the steady flow buff, which increases his magical power. The timer refreshes when another ability is used. So it's a 7% increase in magical power per stack, so you can have up to 21% more magical power, and this lasts for 5 seconds, and it keeps refreshing as long as you cast your abilities, which that is why cooldown reduction works really well with Hebo in general, not just his abilities. It allows your passive to stay on you longer. So the recent patches, they kind of reduced the recovery time of abilities on all the gods down to about 0.1 average. What this means is quicker basic attacks after you use your abilities. And also, not all your abilities are 0.1 recovery time. Some of them are different. So for example, what I'm going to do here, it is much faster to cast your 3 into your 1. And it's a lot slower trying to go from your 1 to your 3. So watch this. So I'm going to go ahead and use my 3, and I'm going to spam my 1 button. Hopefully you guys can hear it, and you just see how long it takes for it to get cast, which it should be like no time at all. So here goes 3, right into 1. There you go. A lot quicker compared to the 1 into the 3. So I'm going to hit 1, and I'm going to start spamming 3. See? It's more of a longer time, right? So it's much quicker to do your 3 into 1. We take another look at that. Much faster. So that's a little trick with Hebo. I'm sure my gut review video for Hebo way back, the recovery time to casting time wasn't there. So here's another look at the 1 into 3. Yeah, see, it takes quicker. Longer to do that. So that's a quick little tip for Hebo if you don't know. So when I start the fight with Hebo, I'd like to go ahead and try to place my 2. I kind of try to place my 2 where they're going to walk to. That way, when they try to walk across it, they get slowed. And with this, I'm able to easier land my 3 and then to my 1 and then basic attack for Potonomicon. That right there, you have your full 3 stacks of your passive. So let's take a look at our magical power as we hit the 3 stacks. So 3, or 2, 1, 3, 657 magical power with our stack of 3 for our fountain. So that gives us, you know, a lot more power, close to more than 100 more power just from that. And then once you have, you know, your stack of 3, most likely, if you do land all your attacks, they're going to be pretty weak. That's going to allow you to finish off with your ulti fairly quickly. You know, just kind of follow up with the ulti and then boom. They should definitely be dead with that ulti. It's also the beauty of Potonomicon. Let's say you don't use it in all this rotation and you cast your ulti. Let's say you missed by chance, or they're just so close to death, you can quickly like turn back around or whatnot and cast your basic attack, and that Potonomicon guaranteed to finish them off. So let's go ahead and get the red buff, and let's test out some more power output. As you can see, that yellow number was Potonomicon. It hit for 626 on its own, along with our basic attack that did around 200 or so. So right there is 800 damage. Of course, that's on, you know, a silly little jungle mob. Okay, that's very quickly. So, red buff now brings us to 667 magical power. Let's do our stack of 3, the fountain. That boosts up. We have 764 power with our stack of 3. That means your next ultimate is going to hit pretty hard. So let's go ahead and pop our magical might. 740. Elixir. 867. Let's get our stack of 3. 974 with that. So let's go ahead and do some tests on Raw before I go into the fire giant over there. 3. Yeah, each one did 1,000 apiece. That's what. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the same, but I'm gonna purposely miss just so I can look at my my basic attack. So 1,000 Polynomicon on them, and like 300 basic attacks. That's really nice. Now let's do the stack of 3 with the ultimate. 1,300 with the ultimate. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. So now I'm going to show off some bandit crafts. So I'm going to allow him to hit me. And watch on the bottom left as my power increases, the more I lose my HP. Just to kind of show you the impact of Bancraft's talent. Sorry. As you see, it goes up quite a bit. Gets up pretty high. So I'm going to go down to about maybe 1/4 HP. Oh crap, I'm going to run on my red buff. So 1,085. There we go. That's what we got up to. So that kind of shows you the power of Bancraft's talent, hopefully. Then again, that is an additional, sorry, you're getting 1 additional magical power per 1% of your missing health. So you're missing 90% of your health, there's 90 more magical power on top of the 100 that it already gives you alone. So that is really nice indeed. So this is my own very personal build I use for Ebo. Like I said in my raw video, I'm trying to look for alternatives for the heavy power that Ao Kuang does. Since I do have him legendary, I'm trying to strive away from using Ao Kuang so much. So I'm trying to look for other heavy power mages. Ebo pressure washes really nicely, I have to say so myself. I haven't been able to match any other mage's power compared to Kuang. I don't know if I ever will. But I'm trying to get there, trying to get, you know, skilled enough with another mage that can match Ao Kuang's power. So yeah, that is it for this video. I hope this helps you guys out. Let me know in the comments below if it does, or if any other suggestions, comments, concerns, or whatever. Thanks for all my subscribers for subscribing. It means a lot to me, and I'll see you guys later.